Hello everyone, welcome back to Beers, Bourbon, and Games. I'm your co-host, Conquer Corey, with me, man, Mike. And today we are jumping on that sweet, sweet Walmart corporate train. So for those that don't know, the Switch 2 did come out.
Wait, it did?
It did, yeah.
Oh,
it
that explains a lot.
Yeah, it's
my poor bank account.
right here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's just I don't want to look at my bank account. Anyways, and of course, with that, all these companies have decided to throw their hats in the ring. They're throwing all these accessories out because they're trying to jump on that hype train and make money.
Yep.
And I'm not even counting the countless brands that are on Amazon right now. But we're going to focus this. The focus of this is on our favorite local superstore that is totally friendly and not abusive to its employees at all. Walmart. They're going to send a hitman after that one, aren't they? Those that don't know, ONN is a Walmart brand, and I kind of like some of their stuff. Their tablets and their flash drive. Have you had much experience with their stuff?
I've bought a lot of their their dongles and stuff and their flash drives for clients and things. So I mean it's been very helpful. They're cheaper, and sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not so good. But majority of the time things work out pretty good with them. So,
and in this case, they didn't want to miss a beat.
No,
they want to make sure they were on time for this train.
What we want to know in this is, are these accessories comparable to the Nintendo ones? Because the Nintendo ones are pretty expensive, but these ONN ones are actually reasonably priced. But sometimes price is not all that matters. Sometimes you buy the cheapest thing and it's absolutely terrible. But if it's good enough, or it's a solid downgrade and you save a decent amount of money, it's worth going for. So that's kind of what we want to do in this series, is we're going to look at a few different kind of brands over the next couple of videos to see if they can compete with the Nintendo official products and see if they're actually any good.
Well, I guess we should get started, and let's start with this one.
Yes.
SD card. Now, the ONN brand SD cards, I'm not sure who exactly makes them. I think it's PNY makes them. It says made in Taiwan. I'm trying to see if...
Is that or SanDisk? I can't remember. If you know, put it in the comments down below.
We'll look it up. We'll try to put it. I don't think they... But I will say this. This is the cheapest storage option on the Switch right now. And even looking at other brands, like the official Samsung ones are like $60 for the 256. This was $36 with tax varies. But for $256, $35, or you could pay $65 to get 512, which is pretty good. Now, other brands not so lucky, like GameStop has one that we just didn't even buy for like 512 gigabytes of RAM. The GameStop branded SD card, they wanted $100 for, and I was like, you're out of your mind.
That is ridiculous.
But I've used ONN SD cards before. I like them. I think I have a 512 one in my current Switch 1 right now.
I've used their flash drives all the time, like I said, to transfer files and stuff, and they do fine.
Yeah, some people are kind of about it, but some people have mixed results. So far, I've done good. This one's actually mine. Mike actually went and picked up two. His Walmart had some, so I begged him to go out and buy one. That's what's in his Switch right now, is actually one of these. So that's really all much I can say about it. The speeds, obviously there are some a little bit faster options. I think the Samsungs are a little bit faster. Yeah. But for the price, if you just need quick storage, I don't think you can go wrong with this.
Especially where you have to have a certain kind of SD card for the new Switch. It kind of limits you. There's a few good articles out there of like what will work at this current point, and that is the cheapest. That is the cheapest option while still being good. Let's put it that way. So we have played the Switch decent amount at this point, and we've not had any issues with games installed on it and stuff. So that, as long as that continues, we're fine with it.
So in this case, if I were to rate it 1 out of 10, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. And before you jump on and say, how could you, there's not much I can grade this on right now.
Right.
I mean, it's just, it works as I expected, and it was a cheaper cost to get in. So you get a passing grade, Walmart, on this one. If it fails here in a couple weeks, we'll do a follow-up video and we will drag you through the dirt. So, but right now, I think if you need a Switch, if you're shopping for your kids, and because I'll tell you right now, that 556 gigabytes on that Switch is going to fill up fast.
Yes.
Really fast.
Yes.
So you need to get one of these probably. And if you're budget conscious, then this is the way to go.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to go on to the Joy-Con racing wheels. Mike, go ahead.
Normally, if I bought it, he opens it, but there's so much stuff here, we're going to have to kind of trade off here. So this is the Nintendo version. This is the Nintendo Switch version. On our accessories video, you probably saw us gushing over this because it was great. I really like it. It's got a really cool magnetic snap to it. It just feels so good and sounds so good. But overall, the controller feels good. Our big meaty hands, they just work well. The buttons on the back bounce really well. Oh, I'm trying to connect now. Let's see if these can hold up. I can already tell you they look a lot cheaper. So I'm gonna pull out two here. I'm gonna keep the red one this time and not be mean. So here's the blue one.
So these come in at, we got our prices here because there was so many of them.
Yeah,
But,
12 bucks.
12 bucks. The Nintendo ones come in around $25, $26.
Yeah.
So roughly half price, you get one of these. And like I said, but it comes at a cost, right?
Yeah.
They do have a regular Switch adapter though for your regular Switch Joy-Cons. I like that touch. That's a nice little touch.
That's neat that it comes with it.
But I'm betting this don't have a magnetic strip. We need to trade Joy-Cons. I got the blue and you got the orange.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. It matters a lot.
His OCD won't allow it. Okay, so these are press fit in here.
I like the magnet.
The buttons still are responsive on the back. They are not as, is bouncy the right word?
Yeah, they're a lot more spongy feeling, I guess. I mean, if you're in a pinch, I think these will be fine. I really do like how the magnet, because like I said, this is push fit. And I wonder if I could just, yep. See, now let's try this. To be fair, let's do this. Mike's gonna hate me, I'm destroying his. I take back my previous criticism.
To be fair, you had to do that a lot harder on that one. But, yes, I get what you're saying. These just feel like so much better for the...
If you're going to have a wheel, now I know most people don't want to buy a wheel. They kind of view it as a novelty, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're going to buy a wheel, just pay the extra 12 bucks for this. It feels so much better.
Well, the thing with the wheels too is that you could use the wheel to play other games. It's something to make the controller easier to hold, in my opinion. It's not just for the steering thing of it. It's, hey, this is easy to hold now. Instead of trying to hold just the little flat thing, I can actually hit the buttons a lot easier for when you're playing multiplayer games. That's what I like these for.
I will play devil's advocate. If you have a mix of Switches and Switch 2s in the house, this might bring a little bit more value because it has an adapter.
That is completely true. That is 100% true. These are thicker. The Nintendo ones are thicker. They're definitely better well made. I mean, I don't know how else to say
They
it.
feel better. They just overall feel better.
These feel cheap because they are cheap. That's the only way I can say it.
Yeah. And by the way, you will notice a repeating pattern. We have another brand of these that looks the exact same. So I'm pretty sure the same factory is churning these out.
Yeah, we'll look at that one in our next video and compare them. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a number. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10, just to be honest with you, because it's middle of the road. If
it gets the job done.
If you need some, if you want some, get them. It's fine. If you actually want good wheels, though, it's worth the extra money, in my opinion, to get these. I like these for the sheer fact that even if you're not playing Mario Kart, use these to play other games with.
And let's look at something else too. People don't realize resale value.
Yes.
The odds are when these things fade into obscurity over time, this will fetch a much better price than this will.
Yeah.
And look at it. Well, oh gosh, what's happening? I'm gonna sound like Mike. Look at it like an investment, right? This comes from a guy who buys a lot of digital and does emulation and stuff. He's the collector. But I think you have a better chance of selling this for a better price in a bundle than if you bundled these.
Yeah.
Because if something happens, you fall on hard times, you got to sell your Switch. Odds are they're going to expect you to throw these in for next to nothing.
Yeah.
If you say have official Switch, you could bump the price an extra $10, $15.
Right.
So there's that. 5 out of 10. Like I said, not great, not
horrible.
good, not bad, but
Not good either.
exactly. What's that video? The two women's like, it's not bad, but it's not good either.
Yeah.
So. What next? I guess we'll do this one.
That sounds good.
So this is a wired game controller that, again, Mike is going to open because I bought it.
Yay. Oh, there's nothing to cut.
I will say from the box, it looks like a...
It looks like that Ambernet controller.
Looks like an 8-bit-do controller.
Oh, it does that too, yeah.
I wonder if the same company makes it.
Probably. I
That
doubt it.
manufactures it.
I gave you crap yesterday about not being able to open up stuff, and here I am.
I'm telling you, man, they played 4D chess when they packed these things.
This feels like an 8-bit do controller.
That's not a bad thing.
No, that's a good thing. I mean that in a good way. Actually, this is...
Oh,
I like this. I like that.
ooh, I like the textured feel on the back. It's got a nice little texture. It's got the mappable buttons. It's got the P button, I think is a turbo button or something along those lines. Honestly, if you have a kid, if you have a kid that where they're not far away from their television, it is a wired controller, but that might be better. But it, like I said, it's only $20. It's a $20 controller.
I love the price. It's got both USB-A and USB-C.
Yeah, it's got a little adapter right here.
So you can connect it into your Switch dock or into the Switch itself. That is nice.
That's a nice little touch. Honestly, for the price, now we'll have some footage of us playing a game with it, and we'll let you know our thoughts. But you know the D-pad's mushy, but it's mushy. It's kind of a little mushy on all the 8-bit do controllers. They do a pretty good job, as good as they can. But
you know what? We're going to go ahead and take a break here. We're gonna try it out real quick, and we'll be right back.
okay, well, what do you think?
I think that is a $20 controller.
Yeah, it's got that cheap feel to it, but I'm a big 8-bit do fan,
Yes.
so that's why I liked it really well.
8-bit do feels better than that, though, in my opinion.
Not by much.
I think the buttons on the side are definitely better. The triggers, I'll give it to it that.
Yeah. Like I said, it is what Mike said. It's exactly what you pay for. I mean, it's a $20 controller. This is good if you're having a party at your house and everybody's getting around the TV and you need an extra controller in a pinch.
Yeah.
Without breaking the bank. I'm pretty sure it can work on PC as well, probably, I'm sure.
But you're looking at 20 versus
$84.
Yeah.
So that one's clearly, obviously, the superior controller,
Right.
without doubt.
Would I buy that one? Yeah. $20 all day. Good price. Good controller for $20. I kind of wonder if the 8-bit Do versions might be better.
Yeah, well, see, that's where it hurts, because the 8-bit Do ones that work with the Switch now have a firmware update and will work with the Switch. And then you get wireless options there.
Yep.
For just a little bit more. For like $30 more, you get wireless, and you're probably thinking, well, $30, that'll break the bank, and I understand that. If I had to rate it 1 to 10, I'd probably give it probably a 6 or 7.
Yeah, I'd say 7, especially with taking the price into account. It worked. We played Mario Kart. As you can see here, it was working fine. We were doing stuff. We traded off between the two. The only time we had a real issue is that I got mixed up at which character it was because we were trading controllers back and forth. I was like, it's not responsive at all.
I am curious of the long-term durability of this.
Yes, I feel like because when I was driving this, I was pressing this A button in. It was going in so far that I could feel the case itself. Now, when I do that on this, I don't feel that. There's a stop, but that's real squishy. You can actually feel the plastic around the edge of the button, and I worry about that wearing down and that just not holding up.
Yeah. So.
But again, $20.
Good job, Walmart. Once more.
All right. So that's that.
Put that over there. What do we have next? Oh,
We're going to move into their cases. So there's 2 styles of cases at Walmart right now. There is a soft style and there is a hard style. Because Nintendo's case about this size is about $40, which is expensive as it can be.
Yeah.
This soft velvet one will run us about $12, and the hard one will run you, what was it, $18.
Yeah.
So
just pay $6 more for the 6. Trust me. These are nice. These are okay. Mrs. Conqueror has a soft shell for her Switch Lite, but especially if you travel, it's better off to get one of these because you drop it and stuff. The hard shell protects it.
we are going to open this up and take a look at it, though. Now, these claim to be compatible with the Switch 2, Switch, and Switch Lite and everything. So they have definitely just kind of made it to where anybody can use anything on this. So let's open this up here. Okay. All right. So this soft, there is a good number of padding in it, but that may be something else. Inside we got spots for games and accessories. That's handy. This is nice if like you're just putting it into maybe a backpack or something. Wouldn't be as bad. And then inside, yeah, there is a good amount of padding in there. Wow, there's actually a real decent amount of padding. And it's very soft microfiber in here, so it's not going to scratch your screen.
That feels like styrofoam in there that they used as padding.
Yeah. But it's thick enough where I don't think it's going to cause much damage, luckily.
It'd be a nice protector.
I don't think it's going to be a great protector. I wouldn't go around slinging it around everywhere. But if you're just going to have it in something, not too bad.
Let's test it.
I regret to inform you that Corey died today.
But
looking for new co-hosts.
Yeah, this is just like the soft one. They got the little pockets for the cards in
just
there,
pointed that out like 10 seconds ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I wasn't paying attention.
I love how he pays attention to me.
I was.
It's like we're married.
I was mesmerized by the
soft.
the velour or whatever it is.
He's going to spend the next 24 hours just rubbing that in the corner and sniffing it. Just watch. Just watch. This video got really long, didn't it? But for what, $12? $12 you said? $12?
Not bad.
No, not bad.
6 or 7?
Yeah, I'd say 6. I mean,
I'm seeing a pattern here.
I'm seeing a pattern. Yeah, middle of the road. I will say.
Actually, no. Let's be more fair. That is 8 or 9 because you got to understand what you're buying.
Yes.
So let's
we got to be
9.
fair.
I think it does it really well.
It does what you're buying really well. If you want a soft case, there you go.
If you want premium, you're going to buy a Nintendo, but you're going to pay a lot more for it.
Right.
But value to value, can't beat it. Especially if you're very gentle with your electronics. I'm not.
I am not. That's why I go for the hard case, which is what we're going to check out next here. Let's see. All right. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of give to this case.
Well, oh, a good old trusty switch case that I bought a long time ago.
Okay. The back of this is thicker. The front has more give on this. This has give all the way around. But let's look inside. That's not a horrible thing. I just worry about a lot of pressure and cracking. But this part is good. This part is good and strong. Let's open her up and take a look inside. All right.
Ooh.
Okay. So we have a nice pocket here. We have a nice pocket here for all your accessories. So we can put extra stuff in. Spot for your games. And then this is to make it for a regular Switch.
That's nice.
Kind of neat. And this is instructions on how to actually use it. Okay, so there's that, and then boom.
And you put your charger and stuff in here.
Yeah, or maybe an extra set of Joy-Cons if you want. And all your games can go here.
I don't know if I like that.
There's a lot of give to that.
But to be fair, my Switch one does that too, so.
I like things that hold it in place. I don't want wiggle.
Yeah, because we've all done it, right? Where we unzip it and it folds out and then whatever's inside falls out.
Yeah.
So, I guess the Velcro will help it keep seated, maybe?
This is why. It's attached right here instead of being attached here. I don't know why that is.
Docking points.
I don't know why that was like that. That is a simple fix in my mind to do that. I guess maybe, no, it doesn't make any sense. I was like, maybe because you want to slide extra things in there, but
They should have sewed it to the edge there.
Yeah, oh yeah, agreed.
And that way you didn't have that moving around. Now it's going to hold it,
It's holding it.
but
This is not the same microfiber that's in this. This has a better microfiber scratch resistant feel to me. So that is kind of worrisome, but it works. And let's see if it stands up.
hey, give it to me. I'll throw it.
No, you don't. I know exactly how you are.
It's not my Switch.
My wife would kill me. See?
Oh.
There's a lot of give to
Well,
this.
let's
be fair.
Let's take a look. This is the Nintendo branded. To be fair, we didn't get the Nintendo Switch brand one because it was just too expensive. See, the Switch one,
Now, you see, this has it sewed right there.
has it sewed right here. It is Velcro-y, so it might. It does it, but not as bad.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Let's see. I gotta go side to side to do it.
Yeah.
Well, hang on.
Granted, this has room for extra stuff.
That's
and
gonna be
that
short, I know
doesn't. This has room for extra stuff that doesn't, but I don't like the idea of this banging around into the stuff in my pockets. That's how I feel about that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give this one a 4. Personally, I don't know how you feel. I mean, definitely give it a different thing if you feel with it.
I'll be more generous and give it a 5. I think it does what it needs to do.
I don't like this wiggle. It really bothers me. And just the fact that these things can just smack into this, dent these, and hurt these.
Oh, that's a good point.
I feel like they need to have something to cover this whole thing, and then it'd been fine. But especially with that give, you could have the games bounce into that and then maybe break, especially if this got thrown. As far as protecting goes, I mean, it is a hard case. It's going to be a lot better. The give isn't as horrible as I was going to be. That's not going to have much protection at all. Let's put that in there. Make sure it actually fits.
It's a very snug fit.
Yeah. That is a very snug fit because that's made for all the Switches too. So I'm going to go with 4 on this.
Yeah, I think if you need something in the bind, but I think for a little bit more money, we actually have a J6 one, and I would love to see how the J6 one stacks up.
I have to go up to a 5, and I'll tell you why. Just because comparing this price to the Switch case price, because that's what we're trying to do in this anyways. We're trying to compare those. So I would give this a 5. This isn't bad if you're on a budget. This would work for you.
But we'll see if there's better options out there.
There might be better options out there for sure. So we'll check that next.
Wow, did we get through it? We got through it.
So is there any? There's ONN also has like their charging kit. It's like $20. What's the? I can't remember how much the real one is.
The real one is it's upwards to, I think it's 40.
It's 40. I think it's 40. So I mean, chargers are chargers. We just didn't buy it because we didn't need one. We have a crap ton laying around. That's
35.
They're 35. Okay, so you save about $15 on that. Maybe go with the ONN charger. You know, fine.
I think the ONN charger would make a good charger to put into this, because the charger that charges this also charges your dock, which is what the original Switch did. But the problem, the rub here is, if you're like us, a lot of times you have a meticulous wiring system in your living room where, like mine, I actually have a panel that slides in and locks all my wires up against the wall. And in order to get my charger out, I have to remove that panel and then take my wiring out. So, I think it'd probably be good to have that, but wait and see what the reviews are. Let people be the guinea pig, because I'm very skeptical when it comes to power things. I'm sure ONN did the research. I mean, come on, it's a USB-C charger. Surely we've got this figured out by now, right? Right?
Right.
Okay.
Right?
Oh man.
We'll find out.
But
join us next time on Dragon Ball.
Yes. I'm curious. We're gonna look at we're gonna compare these. We have some more cases coming up, and we're gonna compare these against those cases.
Yes.
So,
but that's about all the stuff we have for the ONN Walmart brand. We're gonna try to rank these as we go through. Right now, we've only done Nintendo and ONN. So Nintendo's at the top because they're the Nintendo stuff. As far as third party, ONN is at the top because this is our first one of these.
But let's see if Best Buy can do any better.
Hopefully, Best Buy can be a little bit nicer and neater. We'll see. So join us next time as we check that out. But if you like this video, don't forget that subscribe button, hit that like, and if you want to see other videos like this, check out our channel. We have all kinds of modding videos, all kinds of reviews on this stuff, and we'll have a lot more Switch content coming out in this month.
Oh yeah.
But as always, I'm your co-host Mike, and with me was
Conquer Corey.
And until next time,
keep on gaming.